Oh, my head is. Oh, yes, I can see you.
Oh,
Hello,
it's fine.
everybody. Hey, hey, hey. How you doing? It's your girl, Miss Trina, with Chat with Trina, and today it's um Love Unscripted with Trina and Trish. Hey, Trish.
Hey, good morning.
It is
Ah,
morning, child. It is morning.
yes,
We are on
Lord. On this beautiful Saturday,
is a
created by our
beautiful.
Lord.
It is a beautiful day. Hold on one
Mhm.
quick second. Something just happened. Instagram. It cut my Instagram. I don't know why. Let's go back to it. Y'all hold on. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. Create. Oh, why you do that? Live video. Okay. LIQUES. There we go. Audience gonna be public. I don't know what happened. Why I didn't do the right thing. Here it goes. Go live. Oh, here we go. I don't know why it won't save changes. I don't know why it won't work. Edit. Okay, we won't have that then. You're already live. Okay. Anyway, how y'all doing today? This morning. Trish, you doing good? We up early
I'm
today.
well. I'm up and I have a full day planned. So, oh yeah. So
Yeah,
we're
we
meeting,
gotta meet.
right?
We
At
gotta
some
meet.
point.
One
Yeah,
o'clock.
so 1 o'clock. So yeah, I have a full day planned and evening. So
I'll tell you one thing. I am not ready to go back to work Monday. I'm blessed to
oh
have a job, but man, it
girl.
got so fast.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, spring break went fast. I went on spring break, had myself a good time. Ah,
It's
my
good to have
cousin,
spring break and you don't have to go back to work.
girl, let me tell you something. My cousin's like, cousin, you want to go on spring break? I was like, where? It was like San Antonio. Yes. And how about
That
this
would have
lady
been
went on spring
perfect.
break, walked on the river walk. We had a great time. Went to San Marcos shopping, baby. We stayed at the St. Anthony Hotel, which was absolutely marvelous.
Oh wow.
And if I tell you we had a great time, I was like, ooh, cousin was like, spring break going by fast. I was like, oh yeah, I guess it is for y'all.
Yeah,
Same thing you saying. Spring break is what? Over.
it is over. My friend that's in Cabo, that's what he was saying that it's he not ready to go back Monday. He was
Mm,
actually supposed to come back yesterday, but um so he didn't get something finished, so he'll be back today at 5. I was like, oh geez.
mm,
I wouldn't want to come back if I was there.
I
I
know,
also want
right?
to before
Now
we get
that is
oh,
beautiful. I'm sure the sun is shining bright. Oh my God. Rum. All I
yeah.
can think about is rum punch.
Oh, that yeah. That's exactly.
Rum punch, baby. Rum punch.
That is true. Before we get
Mhm.
started, I do want to send it's not a shout out, but I want to send out my condolences to a really good friend of mine whose dad passed, Jason Sparks. Mr. James Sparks passed away on the 13th. So I want to send my condolences and wishes to the family.
Yeah. Yeah. My condolences, Jason. May God give you and your family perfect peace during this time of bereavement. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I mean, Sylvester Turner's memorial was last week in Austin. Um, I just heard that Daryl Carter passed away, attorney Daryl Carter. My condolences to his family. Um,
They're going to do a
my
balloon release Sunday over here in Acres Homes for Sylvester. Since I didn't get to go, I really just wanted to go to Austin to do. That's what I'm going to do for my spring break. But I just decided that I still don't think I'm ready to do that, so I didn't go. And I'm gonna go to the balloon release they're
right,
having
right.
tomorrow over here. So, but yes, so many people like crazy.
Oh my God.
But
I guess we're at that age, though. I guess.
and then yeah. Yeah, Jason's when I was telling him, sending my condolences, he said God knows what's best, which was
Hmm.
here. Yeah, and I think he had prepared. Even though
Right.
I was still wondering to myself, I was telling somebody when my dad was passing, a friend of mine, well, an old neighbor, I like
Mm-hmm.
to call a lot of people that my dad knew to come see
Mm-hmm.
him, whatever. And so this one that was my next door neighbor when I was little, she called her and she was on her mom was what do you call it? Dementia.
Mm.
But she still called my dad. And then
Mm-hmm.
so me and the daughter were talking, and we were both saying, like, I don't know, because her dad had just died at church. He wasn't feeling well, went out into the best of you, and died. And so
Oh my God.
we were talking and saying, I don't know if it's easier either way, if you know and you're prepared, or if it just happens all of a sudden. I don't think it matters.
Right. I think it depends on the person
Mm-hmm.
who passed,
Mm-hmm.
the person who's observing.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It
yeah.
just because it can affect you differently depending on the person, depending on the relationship, depending on what you
That's true.
felt like you need unresolved issues, and you know what I'm saying, your life experience with that person, and then some people are just able to detach, and then there's others who don't and cannot detach.
Can't detach. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what my friend has done. I think that's kind of what he has done. I think he does that when you've had so much, they had a lot of depth in that particular family. And I think he has learned to, because he moved, I'm sure he probably have his private moments, but he just
Mm-hmm.
moves like nothing is, it's going to be okay. Or,
Right, right,
yeah,
right, right, right,
he
right.
does that. Um,
Yeah.
we're going to get to our topic today.
To God be the glory.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Our topic today is cliques.
Is it?
Cliques, connections, and community.
Cliques, connections, and communities. Oh, that's
The thin
oh.
line.
So is that part two?
No, this is part one. No, we never did this one. We were supposed to do it Wednesday, but remember we didn't.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Part two will be when we go back to talking about relationships.
Oh, okay,
Relationships.
girl.
Yeah, let's talk about this. So it's something that I thought would be a good, cool topic to talk about because
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people really understand what just having a girls group is, or you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean, versus girls or guys group, because I don't want to leave them out because I'm sure they have cliques as well. That sometimes, not all the time, that their group can become a clique, and some people it can be a mean girl. It can easily turn into a mean girl. What am I trying to say?
Yeah, a mean
Atmosphere.
girl organization or
Yes,
a mean
yes,
girl. Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I will say this because I've been in sisterhoods since I was 18.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm Silver Star with Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Updated.
And I pledged when I was 18. So I've been in sorority all my adult life. And I've been in numerous organizations, you know what I'm saying? There are
Mhm.
sisterhoods and clubs and book
Right,
clubs
right.
and
Oh,
you
remember when we had
know
our book club with NWA?
travel clubs and wine clubs and
Oh,
shopping clubs and just
yeah.
whatever we would create at the time.
Right.
Breakfast. I've been in one group where it was a birthday group.
Oh, that's cute.
And we would meet every month and just everybody give the person a
Oh,
birthday gift. So if
I
there
love
was 10 of
that.
us, you would get 10 gifts. And we would just go to lunch because they didn't
Interesting.
call it brunch back then. It was
Right,
lunch
right,
after church.
right.
So and I will say this, that all of them are a clique.
Okay.
And it could be a clique within a clique. So the group itself is a clique. And then within the group, there are cliques.
Mm.
And they're really means of separation. You're separating others from their group because all of them, I mean, are have criteria to join. And if you don't meet that criteria,
Well, what would
whether
be the criteria of a clique, though?
what whatever it is, this one might be long hair girls. This one's curly hair girls. This one's big
Light
girls.
skin,
This
light
one's short
skin.
girls. This one is mean girls. This one is Christian girls. It just kind of, it's that thing about birds of a feather flock together. Sometimes the criteria is unwritten,
Right.
and maybe unconscious.
That I think those are the ones that I think about, the ones that are more
right. But it's all based on energy. The energy of the group, kind of like churches. Like the energy of each church has an energy.
Okay.
These people over here and some of it again is defined, and some of it may not be defined,
depending on the people that's a part of it.
Exactly. But you can tell based on what is being preached. Because you got the church that preach wealth, you got the church that preach faith, you got the church that preach hope, you got the church hellfire and damnation, you have a church that preaches healing, and that is their continuous theme.
Well,
so
why do you think
that's kind of what defines that, because churches can be cliques too.
And I saw cliques as different, but I hear what you're saying. I always saw, like, let's just say at work, we all break into our different cliques. Now, my thing is, I used to have the mindset that cliques were all bad, but then I realized they're not. Like what you're saying, just like you gravitate towards those that you have things in common with. But it becomes negative when it's like it's a group against a group talking about just like I think you and I were our own clique when we were part of that organization, but we weren't. It was because we had things in common, but we didn't do that thing like can't nobody else come with us, or can't nobody else with us, or we didn't invite other people. You just had to tell me to quit going over there talking to folks. But no,
I finally did. Let me say this. I don't know the formal definition of clique. I know that it's a group of people that get together, but I don't know that it has to have a negative connotation, which is why I'm saying that it's defined by either conscious or non-conscious motives, energies. You understand what I'm saying? Because, like you said, we were a clique, if you want to call it a clique. We were a clique because we were a part of a group, but then we were together. So that's a clique. But that's what I'm saying. It does.
Excuse me. I would have never, until you started your introduction, I would have never thought of us as a clique. But then after I thought about it, I said, okay, because I've always thought clique negative. Always.
No.
I always thought, and I think a lot of people do, to be honest with you, until you stated that what you said.
Right. No, it's not negative.
Or does it
because there are going to always be subgroups.
Yeah.
Within an entity. So yeah, I'm like, them people over there are not your friend. Where are you going over there?
I remember that one day though. Remember, I went over there and I came back. You said, "Now see, why you went over there to be?"
Leave them people alone.
Leave them people alone. But listen, this is what ChatGPT said. But it's just a real different.
Right.
A clique is a small, exclusive group of people who often share similar interests or social status and tend to limit interactions with others outside of their circle. Cliques can sometimes create an in-group versus out-group dynamic, leading to exclusivity, and in some cases, a mean-spirited or judgmental atmosphere.
Yeah, and they said in some cases, because some cliques are not negative. They can be positive. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're in a Bible study group, it can become a clique. It's a clique.
I see that.
Or you are in whatever it is. It doesn't necessarily have to be mean. We look at it as mean or because
Someday I
sometimes the
do.
outsider that wants to be in
Uh-huh.
thinks of it as negative because they're not in, and they're not allowed in because of the barrier or the wall. And a lot of times you're not in because that's not your energy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So wait, I'm trying to share to your page. That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, make sure you gotta tag me
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
in
do.
the introduction. But yeah, so the person looking out looks at it as the outsider looking in looks
Uh-huh.
at it as negative because they want to be a part of it. And
Well,
they don't, yeah,
sometimes like I see stuff. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
mhm,
Hello.
yeah,
No,
go
I was
ahead.
just saying that I've seen some that girl, where did you go? Okay. I've seen some that I think that they are an organization or a group of friends. But and I think as you mentioned, self-consciously or not consciously, they are becoming a clique. And yes, you're right, it can seem mean girlish uh at times.
If you want to
It's
be
one
a
in particular
part
that I
of
want.
it, it only becomes
Huh?
mean girl if you
What
want
is
to
it?
be a part of it.
I didn't
Or
know I was a
if
part of
they
this
have
particular group.
negative actions towards people that are outside, then it's
No,
mean.
I don't.
But if me,
Uh-huh.
mhm. But
I'm
if
sorry. Go ahead.
me and my girlfriends are over
Mhm.
here and we are all we do is hang together
Uh-huh.
and we don't bother anybody, then we are not. It's
That's
not
true.
negative unless somebody wants to get in and we don't invite you.
I see that. I
You
see
get
that.
you understand what I'm
I
saying?
definitely,
And it's
I
not that we're
definitely,
being mean. It's just that this is our group. This is our clique.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So clicks don't
And
have to be negative.
it's not meant to hurt you because sometimes the people don't even know that you want to be in it because
Mhm.
you don't have or embody the same energy that these people in this clique have. So you even if you got in, you wouldn't be happy.
Right. Because they may not have my same interest.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And when I think about one of the, so I know two or three of these groups, and one of the groups, I will say, now that you say that they are not they are a clique, and now that I realize that a clique doesn't necessarily mean negative necessarily, um, they're not. But you're right. They have a common, what do you call it?
Bond,
Interest,
energy.
common
Mhm.
bond, and they do invite certain people into their group, and I get that. I get that.
And so,
Because I
and you
wouldn't
can
want somebody in my group like someone I kind of realize that person's energy is not an energy that I want to be around. I've kind of pushed them to the side. You know, we can say hey, but they won't be invited to do things that are in. So okay, that makes sense,
right
and that would
because
make
for
me
me,
click.
you I can't I'm gonna hang out with people that have a negative energy.
Right,
You
right,
you're gonna always be in passing.
right.
Hey, hi. Because when I'm out, I like to have fun. When
And then
I'm
you don't want to figure out
interacting,
what you
I
have
like
to.
to have fun.
Yeah. And then you don't have to think, oh, I can't say this in front of this person. So you don't want everybody in that circle. Yes. And that's what I've had to figure out that, if I got to be thinking and say, oh, let me hush with you, I don't need you in my inner circle.
Please go over there.
Hey, that lady over there.
Please
That
go over there.
lady
Please go over there.
over there.
I'll call you.
Yourself. Y'all can share hookah though.
No.
My sister actually told me that one day that because this particular person I'm thinking of, so much fun. But she was saying, because she have a couple people like that. Too. We were talking and she was saying the thing is, y'all still could. You wouldn't invite to your house and to any of the things you have like that. But if you see her out, y'all can sit there and say, hey, whatever. Y'all can either be line dance together. But there's no conversation of the sort.
Yeah, we can line dance, but we can't smoke hookah. Girl, I don't
No,
want my hookah contaminated.
no hookah smoking friendship over here. Go over there.
That does mean friendship.
If you smoke a hookah together.
Yeah, because I'm passing my hose, not my tip, but the hose. Like
Oh,
you're
yeah. You gotta have
no
some kind of
go
connection to do
go.
that.
You got to get your own hookah
Over there.
over there.
That's funny. So in this the rest of this conversation, it was cliques, communities, and connections. So I guess then it kind of breaks down this conversation to a shorter thing because they're all the same.
Exactly.
To be honest with you, I have never ever, because there's another or a group of women that I thought I called a clique, but in a negative way. And she came on the show and we were talking one day, and I asked her about it. I mean, she's a good friend. She's really, we're cool and everything. But I asked her about it because, you hear other stuff. So I brought it to the table and said, hey, there's a lot of people that feel like you are a clique, like because you don't let other people in. And her statement was that we're not a clique, because she probably thinks clique means negativity as well. But she said, we're not a clique, but why should we have a group of people and we have a connection. We've had a connection for over 20 years.
Right.
Why do we have to let other people that we don't know, we just met, why do we have to let them in this? Because we trust each other. I know who I trust, and it's them. And we talk about things that we only want each other to know. So we're not a clique, but we know we don't invite others in.
Right. And the question to me becomes, why do you want to go over there with them people?
But me.
Not you, but
Oh,
just
you
in
talking about somebody
general.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, because what? You're looking out and everything
Yeah.
that they do looks
Looks
good,
fun.
looks fun. And guess what? You might get in there and be like, really? So
Mhm.
so why? Why are you even looking at them? Go get
Yeah.
your own friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Or not. Just
Right.
be
Or
good enough
not.
for me.
If you are a loner. But the point is, stop looking at other people.
Yeah.
And when
Or
I was
even
teaching, I tell my students, mind your own desk work.
my daughter says it all the time, Mama, look, keep your eyes on your own paper. She always
Yeah. And now on your own laptop, your own cell phone, your own pencil, pad, and composition book.
yeah.
Why are you over there worried about what them
What they
people over
doing.
there doing?
Especially
Because that's
nowadays when
less
people
time that you have doing your work. And what they call it now, living somewhere rent free. I'm in your mind rent free or something.
yeah,
You know what they say?
that's something like that. I have seen that. I'm letting somebody live in my head rent free. Don't want to do that.
Right.
But
So if
like with
you
me, I didn't see myself. What I saw myself is I don't have just one group of people I hang out with, right?
right.
Now, let's just say if I come hang out with y'all, that's the group. But I am open to, I guess, so when I saw Click, I was like, oh, you only hang with this group. Because in one particular group that I know of, like if they don't go, the other people in that circle don't want to go.
Right.
I'm not like
Right.
that. Like if you were to go somewhere, if you didn't invite me to San Antonio, I said let's go. It doesn't have to be because the red group didn't go. I just want to go have a good time, and I know that you are a fun person. But now that we talk about this, if that's the group that you're comfortable with doing these things, I get it. I get that now.
And then they might be codependent.
Could be.
I mean, I don't know the dynamics of that group, but some groups are based on codependency,
Mm-hmm.
and they feed off of each other's energies.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
then also thinking about their life, and you're like me, I've just always been a friendly people person, met people easily, and so I can mix with pretty much anybody unless they have the bad energy. But like I can go again, hang with your group. I can go over here and hang with so and so, and whatever. I can mix and mingle, and everybody doesn't have that personality, I guess, is what I would think, to be able to do that. And then
yeah,
sometimes, hell, I just want to go by my damn self.
exactly.
I give
Now
them a
I
drink.
can't. I will say this: I can hang with people with bad energy, like I really can.
You can.
And at the end of the night, we be laughing
Mm.
because once they realize I really don't care, and it's nothing you can bring off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing my own thing. And at some point, it there's a shift
Mm,
in the dynamics.
I agree.
So I can live, but at this point in my life, I don't choose to.
Right.
You know, when I was younger and I was trying to make moves or do whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I would, and I could, and I can.
Mm-hmm.
But at this age, I just don't.
Just about, yeah. Yeah. And
You know,
I agree with that. I have to explain that sometimes to family because I have always been the one that, I mean, you know my personality. I be trying to, with people that I already realize that should not be who I'm dealing with. But now I'm at the age and also the thought process of wanting peace and fun and laughter. Once I see who you are, and I didn't used to look, but now I can look and I can see who you are, and I might go for a second try, sometimes a third, but by that third one, I'm done. And I think that for me, what I have to learn is being okay with others not agreeing with me, not liking somebody or not wanting to deal with them, because you don't know my story. You don't know the behind the scenes. You just know what you see at face value of that person. And you and that person could be really good. But that person don't meet with my spirit or my energy, or they've done things that I feel are just not my vibe. I don't really want to be around them.
yeah.
I just don't. And that's my prerogative. And my thing is learning how to say that to people and say when they're saying, well, you shouldn't. I get it. It's okay. I just choose not to do that. Now, if I go somewhere and the person is there, I'm not gonna be just ugly. I'm not gonna stir up bad energy while we're all having fun. Yeah, I won't be saying too much to that person, but hey, what's up? If they ask me something, I'll go along with it. But I don't really want you saying nothing to me.
Right. Exactly.
I think about you in Project Explorer too, this particular person that was trying to get at you one time, and you like just ignored them, and it's like, I don't care, and they stop bothering you because it's no fun anymore when you don't get bothered.
Because the control is in the silence. Like it becomes like what? You have to, and what people don't understand, I'm gonna share with you a secret.
Mm-hmm.
What people don't understand is what they think they're doing to you, they're doing to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So if I feel like I'm plotting against you
Mm-hmm.
to make you fail, guess who's eventually gonna fall?
Mm-hmm.
Because of the cause and effect. Karma. You reap what you sow.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not actually doing anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing
Mm-hmm.
it to me.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, you might want to be nice to people because you will reap the seeds that you've sown.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I'm sowing hate, guess what I'm gonna get back?
Hey,
If I'm sowing love, what am I gonna get back?
it's
If I'm
reciprocal.
sowing peace, guess what I'm gonna get back?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you cannot continually undermine, destroy, plot, scheme against someone and don't think
It's never gonna
that
come
you
back.
won't reap that. Because guess what? If I'm sowing apple seeds, am I gonna get oranges?
Nope, you're gonna get apple seeds.
Period.
That is true. That is true. I did a video yesterday. My mama is forever going to a funeral. But I guess at this time we just got through talking about people passing left and right. I did a video yesterday. You know the popular Kendrick Lamar song, Not They
They
Not
not
Like.
like us.
Yeah, and so the Super Bowl thing he did, it says, "You really gonna do it? You really?" I decided to use it as an advertising tool, and I did it on TikTok, but I posted on other pages. But years and years and years ago, I used to be a part of a dance community. I still consider
Oh,
myself.
you're not a part of the dance community anymore?
No, I mean,
It
what I
didn't
was going to
work.
say, I'm there, but I'm not there because it actually is several cliques on the negative side because they're not watching each other, helping each other grow. But thing about it is, a lot of them, they're doing different things, or some people have said, this one particular person said, we shouldn't let her come back into the. I left for a while just to get my head in. I'm about to lose my mind because it was so much negativity, so much hate and stuff like that. So I walked away for a while because that's the one thing about me too. If it gets to be too much, and my mama used to always say, if something ain't fun no more, it's time to walk. And so I did that, but I love that community so much. I love what I was doing, giving events. But anyway, so when I decided I was to come back and start back doing my thing, someone said, well, we can't let her come back in at the same status that she left. First of all,
did y'all pay dues or something?
Hell no, exactly. This is not a club. It's not. And I was actually one of the first people in this community. But anyway, saying that to say this. So it stopped me from wanting to give events and stuff, because then you would talk to some people, girl, you shouldn't give, people don't like you. A lot of people don't like you anymore. And so you're not going to have people come to your event. So you just really shouldn't do it. You sure you want to get this event? Because there's a lot of people that don't really do you. Cool. And I let that happen. Then when Tito the Red Rooster passed away, the people that I was dealing with, like some of the major performers, I realized, okay, they were dealing with me because of Tito. So again, it was like, okay, I ain't gonna do it. I can't do it because I don't, whatever. Then the last thing was something else happened, and I just totally backed off. Oh, the last cruise I gave, I had some people that were like sponsors. Well, they backed out. Long story short, I'm giving this festival, and I'm so excited about it. And so I did the video to, when it says, you really going to do it? So it's about, are you really going to try this? I said, yeah, because I prayed about it. Because that was something I did have to learn. I would just get these events. I had to learn that I need to ask God if that's the direction I need to go. So I did that. Then I prayed for faith, because it's always, you got to have the money to get these things. Right. But I put everything in this week to get the, what do you call it? The festival
venue. Huh?
Yes, I got the venue. I paid the deposit on the venue, and I was like, I want to do this. So I did the video to say, okay, well, they all said this, but why are we listening to them? This is your talent that you know that you have, that you were given, talent of giving events. Let's make it happen. And so I did that video to it with the wording saying, they said I couldn't, they said I shouldn't, but we gonna go on and we're gonna do this thing, right? And it feels good. And I say that to say, when I said cliques and stuff like that, I would use it as a whole, like a negative thing, period. But now that you're saying it's just people
and
that are part of different organizations that will do that.
And then there's an underlying energy. And because you don't have that energy, sometimes you feel like it's negative. Or the other person, because they feel they're looking at you and they can see your energy. And they're like, she don't fit. It's even kind of like with the job. Different jobs have different energies. Can she fit with the dynamics of this team? Can she fit with the overall energy of this organization? That's why
they do a lot of the group interviews
because is this somebody that will click? Like click.
Like
click. That somebody that can come together with us. Regardless for the same purpose.
Right. And this group it's a huge group. So of course there are going to be little, maybe negative cliques in the mix. And that's any big when it's a huge big thing, there's going to always be that little bit in the inside. And then there becomes these jealousies, of different things. And so it's just, how do you navigate that? You know what I'm saying? Navigate. And you really have to get old. I say you got to get old and wise.
Well, I say you have to get to the point where you love yourself. Love yourself. You trust yourself, because you can be in the midst of an organization and be comfortable not being with the subgroups, because you know that you have a purpose in that group. You get what I'm saying? And so you don't really care about what's going on around you. And you can actually thrive individually while everybody else needs a group or a team. In the classroom, there are some students that always need help.
Right.
And so they're dependent on someone else. That's a clique.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, those
True.
people. That's a clique. And somebody who is um independent
Mm-hmm.
can thrive in cliques. Outside of cliques
They
is what I
can.
meant. They
If
can thrive
they're,
outside because you're
I
like,
think,
I'm
no, no,
doing
go
my
ahead.
own thing. This I am the clique.
Yes.
I
Now, I
am the
think it's
clique.
harder for someone who's a people person to,
No, you can
you
be
don't
a
think
people
so?
person
You don't
because
think,
you can move in and out of a clique.
okay,
You don't stay.
stay there.
You get what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
don't stay. You just, hey, hi, you get whatever you need from the clique, they get whatever they need, and you move on
Yeah. Yeah.
as a people person.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That's true. But I think to that point, still, I think when you do like people and you enjoy being with all the people, it can be difficult to realize that all people aren't for you. Does that make
Well,
sense?
guess what? Can I say this?
Say that.
There are billions of people on this earth. And so why you got to be with that two or three?
And that is true. That is true.
Go
But
pick
then
it.
you said that earlier, if you think about it, you said, what did you say? It was almost to this to this statement too, is that oh, people call it a negative click because they want to be a part of it. And so
Right.
sometimes when I'm gonna just say me, there are some things that I do, there's some people go out of town all the time together, but that's their people, that's them, that's who they choose. But I be like sometimes, well, dang, I would love to be a part of that. Now I can say I'm going to be a part of a clique. Now I know what a clique is.
Plan your
So
own trip.
I would
Plan your
say,
own trip.
huh?
Because I say plan your own trip with your own self friends or by yourself and go
So
enjoy
true.
that same spot. And don't be envious of what they're doing because you could go with them and have a horrible time.
That is facts. That is so, yeah, that is true. And I have been places with people, and it was like, why the hell did I go? Girl, I just have to say this. I went to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. My daughter is 29 years ago. I had my daughter and her dad in October. So Mardi Gras is in February. I went to New Orleans. I had never been to New Orleans either or for the Mardi Gras. And he kept her so I could go with these group of people. Girl, if I tell you we was in the bed by 10.
Ooh.
You
No,
know
you
what
said
kind of experience that
wait,
was.
first of all, you said we.
Oh,
Because I would have been like, y'all can go to bed.
I'm
I'll be
out.
back.
I'll be back.
I promise you. I promise you. No, you're not about to make me go to bed. Not at no 10 in
We
New
was in the
Orleans.
hotel
Come
locked
on
out.
now.
I will never
See,
forget
and
that.
that's that thing. Falling for the okie doke. Falling for the group dynamics.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Yeah, you
can't.
gotta
And
go with the group. You
no,
gotta go
you
with the
don't.
majority.
Did you pay for the room?
I pay for everything that I did.
Okay. So why are you bound by some other people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
That is hilarious. I don't
They
know.
didn't
So
they didn't pay for your, I mean, if y'all shared a room, they didn't pay for your half of the room
right.
or your 1/4 or your 1/6 if it was 6 of y'all in that mug.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So no,
You
ma'am.
been down?
If come on now, I will not. I'm not. Y'all going to bed at 10? Okay. Where's the extra key?
Now I do that on the cruise because I ain't scared for nobody. Nobody gonna kidnap me.
Ain't
But then
nobody
again,
gonna
I was very
kidnap
young
you.
back then. I had never been to New Orleans, so I wasn't gonna do it. But now at this age, hell yeah, I'll do that.
Right. I ain't never been scared. My mama, I'm from Galveston, which is a small town, but she would be she's never had a car.
Uh-huh.
So if she needs to do something that go to the grocery store at 8 or 9 o'clock when it was dark, guess what we did?
Walk to the store. No, you never think about people living in Galveston either. It's been so funny when so many people I know are from Galveston, and I'll be like, who lives in Galveston? And y'all did I knew the people what's next to Galveston that people live. Lake
Texas City,
City,
Lamar,
Texas City,
Hitchcock.
Texas City. Yeah, I knew people that lived in Texas City, but that's so naive of me all them years. Like,
Because it's like a tourist town or something.
yeah.
But
I actually used to take my daughters, just whatever spring break, whatever break it was. sometimes we just go do Galveston. That's when I found out they have the candy store. Like lots of things in Galveston, but yeah.
Right. But do you get what I'm saying? So I've never been afraid to go alone in the dark.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm scared of what? Like, who gonna get me? Well, my mama raised me to where you better get over there and you better not get snatched.
Well, you know, where I wanted to go this morning to take my car to get the windshield replaced. I didn't want to ride the Uber. I don't want to. I'm gonna do it though. I'm gonna ride it and I'm gonna put it all on Facebook. I actually I've ridden in the Uber, but with other people.
You scared to ride the Uber by yourself?
I feel like they're gonna take me.
Oh, it's on GPS, girl. Don't you know how to fight?
No,
girl.
I've never had a fight in my entire life.
Had I not heard something this morning, I would have said, "Don't you know they not snatching old ladies? What they gonna do? They want some young stuff."
What did you hear this morning?
This morning, I heard that there's 78 older women that are missing because they're using their ovaries or something.
Shut the hell up!
For scientific research. So then I said, I gotta stop saying they not snatching old women because now they want our organs. But they definitely not snatching us for sex. Shit, they got enough young ones out there for that.
Child, that's willing.
But do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like, oh, they snatching people. They are not snatching us. I promise.
My daughter said that, Mama, I was telling her yesterday that I needed somebody to drop me and pick me up at the place with windshield. And she's like, Mama, when is the last story that you heard of somebody getting kidnapped from the Uber? They got the picture of the other person. I don't know, but I don't want to be the one.
Well, and when you're in there, you have the GPS. Uber has the GPS. I got the GPS. You got the GPS. And you sitting behind. And guess what? You're sitting behind them. Just hit them in the back of the head.
Too. But they can lock me in.
Okay, but if you are behind them, and y'all are gonna both be locked in, so you can choke them, you can hit them, you can kick them.
I'm gonna get in the Uber by myself one day.
Girl, that's funny.
That's very funny. Then she's gonna say,
I did not know that about you.
Yeah. Yep. So this probably is not a good excuse at 50. How old am I? How old am I? I think I'm 53. I'm 55 years old. I had my double nipple birthday. Okay, I'm 55. See, I'm trying to go back. So, I don't know if I can use that excuse still at this old age, but they raised me scary. They was like, you can't go to Astroworld because you're gonna get on the ride and fall off and die. My sister is just the opposite. But my parents, every single thing I wanted to do that sounded fun, something was gonna happen. So I didn't do nothing.
Right. And my mom did that to me
too. Day even fighting. Ooh, I used to pray. I loved it that I was a little bitty thing. So Trisha, every time I thought it was gonna be a fight, somebody was there to jump and say, "You fight her, you gotta fight me." So I never had to have no fight.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I get it. But you have to. I was raised the same way. My mom would be like, "Don't do that because you're gonna fall." Yeah. And I was this type of way. I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not.
Those are my kids. That's them.
Yeah, I'm not. Don't do that. Your food gonna dry. It's not. I got it." Because those are projections. Yeah. They didn't want to take you. They didn't want to pay or whatever. So let me say something to this child to stop them from even thinking they could accomplish it.
They just freaked me out for life. But back then they had the money. They just was scared me, made me scared. But my sister was just the opposite. She did it all. Matter of fact, my mama took my sister and all of her friends to Galveston. Now, I said, "Mama, you would have never taken any of my friends." She said, "Well, you never asked." But I didn't think you would. My sister is bold, like she would ask, "Well, I want me and my friends to go to Galveston." I would never think to ask that. What mama just say, "Hey, I'm gonna take all these kids and be responsible for taking them to this beach"?
I did.
Well, I mean,
I took my daughters and their friends on college tours for spring break.
yeah. Yeah.
What's the
I mean,
difference?
I'm taking them to San Antonio, but I guess I thought again they had me scared of the beach water. I still, when I go to the beach, girl, I don't go that far into the water because my mom and daddy told me that. Now, what I have rebelled against with them is they taught me to be the bigger person almost to a fault. And I did rebel against that, and that I don't roll like that no more. I don't always want to be a bigger damn person.
Yeah,
because it don't require that.
Right. And me too. I got to the point now. I mean, I have my own way of being a bigger person.
Yeah.
And it's not always so nice, but it could come across like, you get what I'm saying? So I try to be the bigger person. My problem is I forget.
Forget what?
Almost everything. Like I don't hold on to negative experiences.
You forget someone did something.
Right. I don't hold on to negative experiences.
Yes.
So I've had it a couple of times where people are like, I guess they were expecting me to remember them, know them, whatever, because of whatever interaction. And I have to be like, now what's your name? Or where do I know you from? And then, I'm like, oh, I forgot. That's that lady.
I'm gonna be mad at her. I ain't gonna be talking to her. Now I have done that because again, I really like when I'm out and about to just talk, right? And then you be just talking, this person turn their nose up, and you like, oh, I forgot. We don't even like each other.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I forgot.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be mad. Okay. We mad now.
Okay. We mad. You want some of this hookah?
Right. No. You ain't getting none. Once I get that energy, you're not getting it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I even going back to the cliques and stuff, even my girlfriend that had the party this week, I think about her, how she thrives like that too. She can thrive in any group. You know what I mean? Like me and you and my girlfriend, I introduced y'all. So and then we make all these connections, and that's
right.
Connections that you connect with people, and that's how you meet other people. I still gotta laugh when I think about how we met online when I started Project Explore.
Oh yeah.
We introduced each other, y'all. Everybody go around doing that little same old. Hello, my name is so and so. I have 2 children, and I've been married 25 times. But there was a lot of younger people, so a lot of people weren't married.
Right.
We got around to Latricia, and I believe Latricia came in late. I do believe she came into that call late. And that was why I noticed you first. And then she said, oh, yeah, because I went somewhere. I don't know what you said, but you let us know that you was out. You went out, and you be having fun. And your whole demeanor was like, that is going to be my friend. She's the one. Because through the whole thing, I was like, ooh.
And I was enjoying COVID. The point was, I'm enjoying COVID.
What y'all doing?
Y'all be sick and paranoid if you want to.
Yeah.
But catch me having a good time during this time off. Because we were out of the classroom for what, a year?
It was a year. And it was wonderful.
No, a year and a half.
Was it a year?
Because we left in March. And remember, we didn't go back to like October. Because we opened school that next year online.
We did.
So we were out of the classroom for like a year and a half.
I thought we went back in January. It was before January?
Because remember they did it. You came back in October. The kids came back, and we didn't go. They didn't go back in like August.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And then everybody came back because remember they had one point where the kids could stay at home, so they had a division of online teachers. The kids had a choice. I think they did bring everybody back in January, huh?
Yeah, that was the best damn time. Ooh, it was wonderful. I did not.
Girl, I cannot believe them teachers. Like the students need to be in the classroom. I love teaching them students online.
And I had my guest visitors online. That was
right. So did I. And fun. I got the best response.
Because people didn't have to stop what they're doing to leave to go somewhere.
Right.
And
And
then even
then you didn't have students getting up, sharpening pencils, disrupting the class.
yeah,
And
yeah,
they actually
yeah.
had a specific time in which they had to complete the task. And I think
Mhm.
they kind of looked at that online stuff as a part of life, their video game. It was more
Yeah.
of
Especially if it was something interesting for them. Like if you
right,
were doing
right.
something just, boring and sedentary, they weren't gonna want to do it. But I was gonna say because even Lena Hidalgo, her
Hmm.
and at the time Mayor Turner, they had agreed to come on and talk to my students, and that's when we had that big freeze. And that was Mr. Judge Hidalgo's first incident since when she got in office. But anyway, he didn't end up doing it because of the freeze. He was busy, but she sent a video
Mm.
in the place of saying, "Hey, we can't do it, but we'd like for her to do it." She did a whole video that
Wow.
she sent for the kids to do.
Right. And
And
so it was situations like that. Remember colleges
yeah,
had
which is just
virtual
so creative.
tours, virtual campus tours where the students actually
UPS.
talked about their respective college. And
Uh-huh.
then we did tours of Walmart and Amazon virtually where we
Amazon, I
actually
used
got to
to.
see the logistics
Yes, yes.
of those companies.
And so, and that's the thing when people talk about not believing that. Well, the man in the White House saying that those people aren't working. I think we worked more. I think you get for me. We didn't change the topic to online working, but that's fine. I
I
feel
think it's
like
still
I was even more
communities.
productive. I was so much more productive because I could stop. Hell, I could go take a nap, but I probably worked long. You probably got more out of me there. Because my daughter and I were talking one day is that just because you say be here 7, y'all want me to be on time, I get there 7. 9 times out of 10, I'm still not going to start until 9. Like, because you gotta get there, you gotta kind of get yourself together, you go have coffee, speak to people, then you know what I'm saying? My real productivity really is after lunch. After I go to
Right.
lunch and come back, that's when I'm really up and ready to roll. And even let's just say now, they don't want us to work online, but we do payroll for the job I'm in now. I can come in here in an evening and just go in and get my payroll done. If I'm
Mhm.
at work though, I'm not going to do that. I just think it was more productive for
Yeah,
me.
because then you had more interruptions. And that was the first time for me. Let's talk about communities. That was
Mm-hmm.
the first time for me as a teacher that I actually saw parents sit next to their students
Mm.
to try to figure out what
What?
their
Yeah.
lesson was or what
Mhm.
was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, as high as the high school level. It was from
Mm-hmm.
elementary because remember they had us one time doing this um where we were on at centers and the students went to the centers. You don't remember that? They had groups of students. Maybe you were you
Maybe I
were
wasn't there then because
but
I
yeah, they would the parents would drop the students off at the centers and they in
yes, yes,
different
yes. I was in the
rooms.
summer. The summer. That's
Was
right.
that something? No, that wasn't
Yeah,
summer.
it was summer. It was summer. It was a summer. Thank God that we'd been sitting at that office. No, it was in the summer.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah,
But they had those centers. And
yeah.
even in those centers,
You're right. It
parents
wasn't
would
the summer.
come.
It wasn't.
I mean, they would actually. I mean, it almost brought tears in my eyes. I've seen so many
Yeah,
parents
yeah. I
sitting
remember
next to
that.
their child,
Yeah.
and so many parents trying to saying, "Ooh, I'm gonna have to go back and learn my multiplication. I have to go
Mhm.
back and learn my division because now the first teacher, which is the parent,
Yes.
has to take on their responsibility
Hmm. Hmm. And
and
that
teach."
is definitely true. They had to, parents that you. And the bad part that I think about when we say this is that a lot of people talked about the negativity of parents who didn't or couldn't. You're right. There were so many that did stand
Hmm.
up and even asking us questions. Well, I don't understand how to do
Right.
such and such and such, but they were asking the questions and they were very involved, more than involved than you would even think than what.
Then they were more involved than they are when those students are in the classroom and they just drop them off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yep.
So, I mean, it was definitely an experience,
It was. It
you
was.
know,
I
and
got to eat breakfast.
huh?
I got to eat breakfast every day.
Girl, I got, yeah, we got to do a lot of stuff.
Well, that we won't even speak on.
Right.
It was, but at the end of the day, we got work done. And I
With
still have that thought in my head when I hear the negative part about having a community of workforce who can't work, who they think can't work online and be productive. And I think, and I'm sure, I just don't know them, haven't heard them, but I'm sure that there have been studies that have shown this, the productivity part of working, at home, or even hybrid.
yeah.
Is a good thing. I have that need of needing people. I need to be around people, but child,
Well,
let
I
me
do.
get home. I'll go find some people. I'll go to the Starbucks and find some people to work next to.
But can't fulfill that with your nightlife?
I probably could now, because I've matured in some ways. But before, I would say around that time, it was like, oh, I want to be at work with people. I want to be. Now I'm like, I do not want to be at work.
Girl, I have never been a fan
I,
of office politics.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just can't do it. You know that.
yeah.
So for me, working with people, I'm like, okay, I can do it, but all of this brown nosing
Oh Lord,
and all of this,
yeah.
what do they call it? Inflating your
Silos
status.
of it
Yeah.
all.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah. And even, but I kept going. I have to sometimes sit with myself and realize times have changed, because what I kept trying to get back is back in the day when we met our lifelong friends at work back then. We met people to where I had to finally let that go, because that's why it was killing me. Like, aren't we supposed to all be friends? And we gonna be buying Girl Scout cookies from each other's kids and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I had to finally, and I mean, it's been recent that I had to let that go, especially when you're working somewhere and you're like, you know what, child, I could deal without seeing you every day. And this foolishness. And so yeah, which my job now, I love it because I'm out and about, 6 schools, so you're running around. You don't have time to get to know and get to figure out people. Hey y'all, let me go get my class, let me go observe. See y'all later. Next school, and we go round, and you don't have. So it's beneficial for me like this, because otherwise, I think you're supposed to be my best friend.
Right. Period.
I'm gonna walk over there and say, "Hey, y'all," and y'all gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy. And here, Latricia, I don't know why you. And then Jess is calm. I don't know why you went over there. Why
you just wanted some rejection.
I needed the rejection.
You needed the rejection.
And people look at me like I am.
And guess what?
Why are you over here?
Yeah, I think I really did like you, because for me to say something, because I could have been like,
that's her ass went over there.
yeah. I said, let me help my friend out.
And I stopped going.
You did. You did. And had I gone over there and spoke, they would have spoke.
Patricia, be scared of you.
Why? But why?
I don't know. I don't. Hi, Hope. Thank you for commenting. Appreciate it.
I can't
Hope
see
Ellison.
it.
Hope, don't let me forget about the balloon thing.
Oh, I see.
Speaking of Hope Ellison is she went to school with my sister and we all became friends. But I like her because when we talk about community, she does a lot with the elderly. She takes up clothes for people. But one thing I always will admire about her is that her dad had dementia some years ago. And if I tell you, she took him everywhere. You wouldn't have, I mean, she took him everywhere. Like everywhere you saw her, you saw him. But then she also recorded what was going on with him. Some days he thought she was his wife, whatever. But she recorded it because it made people really see. Because you don't. My grandmother had dementia, but she was just in the bed all the time. But to see this man, she got him to dress. He'd come to the Zydeco's, girl. He was at the park. She still helped him to have a life. And I loved it. And the community around him, they trail ride there. He was a preacher, actually. He was actually a preacher. And she took such good care of him. And that part is the part that I don't see that often. Of course, I'm not privy to everybody's life, but I got to see this man who did have dementia. No one just sat him in a bed.
Right.
Sat him there.
And they say they live longer.
And yeah,
because they really die of a broken heart or loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
But those that get
out
a
thriving person,
right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But kudos to Hope Ellison, because that is something that I do. She actually has a banquet facility right here off of Little York. So she opened that up, and it's actually called her dad. She's Hope, and her dad was Reb. So she called it Hope and Reb's not community center. I can't think. Entertainment center, recreation, one of those. But yeah, so she'll always have those memories. I have those memories of her dad being on talking about. They would argue. He went to the barbershop one time, having a whole conversation, with the barber. I mean, it was just a really cool thing that I had never seen happen with someone who was in that state.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna bring our conversation to a close because we got stuff to do today.
Yes, ma'am.
But, I do want to say that good conversation, and don't hang up when I get off. I do gotta ask you one more thing. Good conversation for me. This was a good lesson for me because I came on with the thought of a clique meaning negativity automatically. But now we understand, or I understand, and I hope others that viewed it and those who will hear us on next Saturday on the Block 105 radio will hear the same conversation, and they'll get to see that cliques can be negative, but they also could just be a group of people who have chosen the people that they hang with, and they want that group. The trust has been built. They have a certain common, I don't know what word would you use, a certain
group dynamics,
of that.
Right. And they share the same energy.
And they like the same thing,
Right. They might have the same goals, the same objectives, the same purpose, but whatever it is, they have some common interests.
And it still can be mean girls. So just watch out for that part.
Yeah, because they have a common goal too. To beat you up, to pull your hair, to take your man.
Pull people down. I would just say this, that if you are part of a group, clique, whatever, use it wisely. Use it to do y'all's thing, but to lift people up. Let's not pull people down, because we need each other out here in this world.
At the end of the day, girl, don't worry about them. They gonna get theirs.
That's true.
You got to have and understand this. But all of us have positive and negative in us. And you have to embrace both the positive and the negative in yourself and in others, because of polarity. Just like you accept up, you have to accept down. Just like you accept left, you have to accept right. You know what I'm saying? If you accept good, I mean, you got to accept it in order to be able to flow on this earth. Because that negative or what we consider bad will hinder you. Like you can't get in the Uber. I'm just saying, you get what I'm saying. You have to be able to say, you know what? They are snatching people. I might get snatched, but God damn it, I'm getting in this Uber.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we wouldn't go anywhere. I think about the times that we spend, like if we are going out and we go to a club, you know how many shootings, how many fights happen in the club, and some people, and we have some good times in the club. And I'm not by any means justifying anybody or trying to make anybody go out to a club.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
my point is that there are so many mature persons that are having a great time in a club and there's never a fight
yeah.
or anyone getting shot. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I would say it those things limit
Yeah,
you.
your life.
And so, yeah, they limit your life, they limit your experiences, they limit your activities. If you get caught up in what coulda, shoulda, oughta happen, if you just stay in the moment and know that you're okay and
Mhm.
that everything is all right and that God got you,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
you will experience more out of this life and
yeah.
have
That's true.
some very good experience. Not to say that you won't have bad ones, but we need the bad ones to grow,
To appreciate the good ones.
right? And to grow. You
Hmm.
know, you
Like
have to
relationships.
have that. Huh?
Like relationships. The bad ones
Yes, you
make
have.
you
If you can make
appreciate
it
the
through the
good ones.
bad stuff,
Mhm.
regardless of how bad it is.
Yeah. Well, it is. You supposed to finish.
Okay.
It is. What is?
Yeah, it is what it is, and it's
But
gonna
I tell
be
y'all what,
what
I
it's
make
gonna
a
be.
commitment. I do make a commitment. One, to get on this Uber. So I'm not finished with my board. We did a vision and prayer board at my house, but I have some friends. When I was here, when we had it at my house, I was entertaining and cutting stuff for them, so I didn't get to finish. It's almost at the 6th month, but I have some friends that didn't get to come, so they want to come back and do theirs. So I was gonna do mine, finish mine with theirs, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish it because they taking too long. But I need to get mine done because I do believe in
Was
my
Uber
vision.
on there?
I'm good. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna put my Uber and I'm putting my $150 to go to the Burns barbecue tent next year.
Okay. And guess what? You had a vision board click.
I had a vision board click. You so
Cause guess what? You didn't invite me.
yes, you are invited. We're invited, ma'am. You are always
You
out of
you
town.
you done got vision boards, all of this stuff. I was not a part of that clique.
You still wasn't on that list on that
No.
thing I told you about. Whatever,
Oh
Latricia
no. I
Williams.
think I'm on it now.
I know you
I,
are
I
now, but remember, I did tell you were on the first one, but then I started. They said I wanted to delete the group. I got mad, so I wanted to delete the whole group. In order to delete the group, you had to do people individually. So when I decided that I was just being silly and immature, I went back and started adding, and I just hadn't added because even my ride or die. I was like, why haven't I heard from her about the vision board? And I hadn't added her. So when I added you, that's when I realized I didn't add several people to this group. Back to the group. So
So
anyway,
your ride or die is your clique.
to my clique.
Your
Now my
clique.
ride that
See,
the clique.
but yeah, it is.
We let
Y'all
other
do
people
stuff
in.
together that you don't allow. Y'all don't invite other
We let other
people.
people in. We invite people all the time to our stuff.
Not everybody.
When we go somewhere, we always tell the people, "Hey, come go."
Oh,
Like we don't
okay.
have that thing where you can't come and you can. We don't. Yeah, anybody
You
can
gonna
come.
invite them Project Explore people?
No.
Okay, click.
No. Well, all right, y'all. We're
All
gonna get off
righty.
this thing, and y'all know that this show, if you were unable to, if you know someone who was unable to see it, they can either watch it here or they can wait till next Saturday at 3 o'clock, and they will hear it on the Block 105 internet radio station. So tune in there. And Latricia and I will be back with our Love Unscripted soon. We will send out a flyer when we choose our date. You ready, Latricia, to get on off of here? We got so much
I'm
to do.
ready. Be blessed and have a good day, a good week. And guess what? It is what it is.
It is. And it's gonna be
What it's gonna be.
all right, y'all. Have a happy Saturday. Stay on Latricia.
All
Let's see
righty.
the stream.